Mirror, mirror on the wall, what looks to be the greatest theme park of 2024? Theo, Theo, Theo. It can only be one. The great Alton Towers Resort. Well, you've hit the nail on the head with that one. Yes, I would agree. Hex is coming back. Big event changes, Nemesis, and making a return. Coaster climbs. This is one of the biggest seasons for a long time at the UK's biggest theme park resort. As you can probably tell by now, I'm pretty excited for this new season at Alton Towers. But don't worry, even though this is so exciting, I'm not going to drone on about... Oh, sorry. We don't talk about drones. But moving on, let's talk about the biggest updates coming to Alton Towers in 2024 in about a month's time. So the first update, and the one that we're pretty sure would be coming back for 2024, is Hex. The legend of the towers is making a big return to Alton Towers Resort for 2024. I'm very excited for this one. I think we're going to be seeing, or maybe not noticing, but definitely some big changes on the inside of Hex. Apparently, it's got a brand new ride system in there. Like the whole ride system from like the gondolas and seats have all been stripped out and replaced by Vekoma. That's just a rumor, but it could potentially be true considering it was closed for the whole of the last season. Apparently, the whole ride system's been scrapped. I would have thought that maybe they would have sold a few parts on if that was the case, but as we know of Alton Towers, they don't really like to do that. Did we see any pieces of Nemesis being sold? No. I mean, fingers crossed, could still happen in the new Nemesis shop. We'll leave that there. But can't wait to get back in Hex. It generally was quite an old ride system, so it's great to see that it's got some work done from Alton Towers, some love and care, and it'll be returning very shortly in about a month's time when the resort actually opens for the 2024 season. Very excited to get in Hex, see what changes they've done. I mean, we might not even notice anything, but we know it's going to be more reliable, which Alton Towers needs. They need more capacity. We saw that last season, and it's great to see Hex make a big return for 2024. And new for 2024, get ready to experience a once-in-a-lifetime 360-degree view of the resort. Embark to the top of one of our award-winning coasters with a personalized host guiding you all the way. It's time to walk Oblivion and Wicker Man. Coaster climbs are back at Alton Towers. They haven't done these for such a long time, and the two rides are Oblivion and Wicker Man. Those are the two options that you've currently got to walk. Hopefully in the future they can expand that. I know so many Smiler fans want to climb the Smiler. I'd really like to do Nemesis potentially at some point as well. That would be quite fun. Rita, don't think there's much potential for that one really. Get ready to climb some of Alton Towers' most popular roller coasters, Oblivion and Wicker Man, and also empty your bank account at the same time. It's £80 to climb to the top of Oblivion and £65 to climb to the top of Wicker Man. Of course, with Oblivion, you're climbing 180 feet right to the top of that drop. You're going to get so many great views of the towers, the Smiler, and over towards Spinball Whizzer. The views from up there are going to be incredible. Likewise, with Wicker Man as well, and with each package get a one-shot fast track for whichever coaster you do. So if you're going to Wicker Man, you get a one-shot fast track for Wicker Man, and for Oblivion you get a one-shot fast track for Oblivion. To do the Oblivion climb you must be over 1.4 meters, and to do the Wicker Man one you must be over 1.2 meters. Unfortunately, with the Wicker Man one, it seems that you're only climbing to the top of the lift hill. It would have been maybe nice to see Alton Towers do something similar to Blackpool Pleasure Beach with a Big Dipper, where you get to walk more of the actual track. Like walking through the Big Bob structure would have been amazing. Walking on some of the tracks, some of the airtime hills, some of the drops even would have been so good. Potentially for £30 more, I wouldn't really mind paying that if I knew I was going to get more of the walk. But anyway, it's a step in the right direction. We have Lift Hill Walks now back at Alton Towers. Unfortunately, the dates aren't great. They're all Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so if you've got work or school, you're probably not going to be able to do this. The first one is on the 19th of March. So pretty soon, to be fair, and you've got some more going on during the summer, like in June, but these are all on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you get the time off work, you can do these, which isn't bad. But yeah, very exciting times for Alton Towers. Lift Hill Walks are back. They do stop in July. They don't do any in July, August, and then they go back in September 2024. But yeah, for the summer region, of course, they don't do them. Could this potentially be suggesting some 8 o'clock closes there? Potentially, maybe. No, but seriously, it's great to see coaster climbs back at Alton Towers. And another interesting thing from this video is that events have been significantly cut down for this season at Alton Towers. Goodbye Mardi-Gras and goodbye Festival of Thrills. I mean, no one's going to miss it, are they? Really? Look at last year. Come on now. So the events that Alton Towers now do is Oktoberfest, Fireworks and Scarefest. I think it's great that they've cut these events down because Merlin went absolutely crazy with events over the past few years, which is great to get more people to the parks. But I felt like each event wasn't really to its full potential. They were just doing quality over quantity, but they reversed that now. Quality over quantity. I really had to think about that. I shouldn't have had to think about that. Which is great to see. Hopefully all of these events will be kicked to their full potential. I mean, Fireworks has always been great, but Oktoberfest could feel like there's more throughout the park rather than just on the lawns. I mean, it was great last year, but it would have been even more great to see it across the park. Maybe some bands in like X Sector and just different areas of the park would have been nice as well. And with Scarefest, we all know what Scarefest needs. It needs some new mazes, not some audio experiences. We need proper new mazes, the replacement of all of the mazes now. And in the actual video, the wording is very interesting. It says new scares for 2024. So from this, I'm going to assume they mean more scare zones, new scare mazes. That's what I'm going to assume from that. I mean, you can't really come at me if they said that in the video. Fingers crossed though, we do get some new scare mazes. Those Alton Towers does need it. Altonville Mine Tours was good last year. All of the mazes were good, but they weren't really fantastic. The attic desperately needs a change as well. Not going to drone on this. I've done it again. Not going to talk about this one too much, but Seaboobies Land is turning 10 years old this year. That's crazy. I mean, it does feel like Alton Towers has always been a part of Seaboobies Land. It's just what it's come to be. But it's great to see some celebrations going to be taking place in Seaboobies Land this year to celebrate 10 years. Hopefully some refurbishment of like In the Night Garden. I think that needs it, and a few other rides just to make it be looking the best it possibly can for its 10th birthday at the resort. And the last update to cover is that Catania Canyon has a bit more backstory now, and I put this sort of image up that Alton Towers put on their website, and it has a bit more backstory to what is actually Catania Canyon. I won't read it to you because it's just going to make the video longer than it needs to be. If you really want to, you can pause the video now and have a quick read of it, but it's great to see. Could this suggest that more theming is going to be coming to the Catania Canyon area? So more refurbs to the Runaway Mine Train, which sort of started last year. They did a few little bits to Catania, to the Runaway Mine Train. Potentially the Rapids tunnels being themed up. It makes sense why Alton Towers have done this. More smoke. Well, it's already got a lot of smoke in that tunnel, but you know, some more theming in there would be nice to make it not look like a train tunnel. And potentially, could the rapids be ramped up a little bit more? Last season we got the waterfalls back. Potentially, could we have the wave machine sections turned on just a little bit this season? Potentially, maybe, I'm not too sure. But anyway, if none of this happens, it's still great to see we have a little bit of backstory behind Catania Canyon and why it's there. But there we go. That is the updates for Alton Towers Resort this week. I hope you did enjoy the video and find it somewhat useful. If you did, consider subscribing. It really helps out. But there we go. There is your updates. Let me know your thoughts to all of everything new coming to Alton Towers in 2024. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.